The trolley problem. You are standing next to a lever, and a runaway trolley is heading toward 5 people tied to a track, and you are forced to decide whether to do nothing or pull the lever to divert it toward a single person on another track. The situation becomes more morally unstable when you realize the single person might be someone you know, or a pregnant person, or even someone who volunteered to be there without your knowledge. You are forced to weigh whether actively choosing harm feels worse than passively allowing greater harm to happen. The Lifeboat Dilemma. You are on an overcrowded lifeboat with limited capacity, and you are told that not everyone can survive unless you make hard decisions about who stays and who goes. The moral weight shifts depending on whether the people around you are strangers, children, or someone who contributed nothing to the crisis, and you are left questioning whether survival justifies deciding who is less essential. You may also be forced to consider whether your own survival should influence your judgment at all. Lying to protect someone. You are asked a direct question where telling the truth will clearly harm someone else, and you must decide whether lying becomes acceptable in that moment. The situation becomes more complicated when the person you are protecting may not deserve protection, or when your lie could eventually lead to greater harm if discovered. You are left questioning whether your intention matters more than the outcome your lie creates. Stealing to survive. You are starving or desperate and have access to resources that do not belong to you, forcing you to decide whether survival overrides property rights. The moral tension deepens when the owner is also struggling, or when taking what you need directly causes harm to someone else who is equally vulnerable. You must decide whether need alone is enough to justify crossing a line you normally would never cross. Truth versus loyalty. You are in a situation where telling the truth will damage someone you care about, and staying loyal means concealing or distorting reality. The conflict intensifies when the person you are protecting may be responsible for something serious, or when your silence allows harm to continue unchecked. You are forced to decide whether loyalty still counts when it conflicts with broader responsibility. Whistleblowing versus betrayal. You are aware of wrongdoing within a group you belong to, and you must decide whether exposing it is the right thing to do or a betrayal of trust. The dilemma becomes more complex when exposing the truth could destroy innocent people connected to the organization, or when staying silent allows ongoing harm. You are left questioning whether loyalty to a system can outweigh loyalty to what is right, punishing an innocent person for the greater good. You are in a position where blaming or punishing someone innocent could prevent widespread panic, violence, or collapse of order. The moral tension increases when you know the person is truly innocent, but also understand that the majority will benefit from the deception. You are forced to confront whether justice still means anything if it is used as a tool for stability. Euthanasia Decision. You are asked to decide whether to end someone's suffering at their request, even though doing so means actively causing their death. The situation becomes more morally complex when the person is unable to fully communicate, when family members disagree, or when you are unsure whether suffering justifies irreversible action. You are left questioning whether compassion can sometimes require what feels like harm. Self-defense versus harm. You are threatened with immediate danger and must decide how much force is justified to protect yourself or others. The dilemma intensifies when the threat is unclear, when escape might still be possible, or when your response could cause more harm than the original threat. You are forced to consider whether protecting yourself can ever justify crossing into unnecessary violence.